Hilarity friends, welcome to Classics in Color, your weekly dive into some of the ancient world's wackiest facts. I'm Marc Graves, and today we are at the end of semester, my friends, and that means I am up to my eyeballs in grading exams, writing papers, and questioning my life choices. So today I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm just going to go over some of my favorite examples of ancient graffiti. So a lot of our graffiti, for Latin anyway, comes from Pompeii, of course, and there's some amazing published collections of these that you should definitely check out if you're interested in this. For today, I'm actually just pulling from the Latin sexual vocabulary, which I've shown you before, and Wheelock's Latin, which is basically the Latin teacher's Bible. The most recent edition, the 7th edition, has some great examples of fun graffiti that they threw in there, so I'm just pulling from those two for today. So Wheelock's examples are a little bit more family friendly, as one would expect from a textbook, but they're still really interesting. So he gives a bunch of examples of people misspelling things. Now, misspelling in the ancient world wasn't nearly as much of a thing as it is now. Spelling was a lot more fluid, but you still see people like scratching out multiple attempts. So they thought they misspelled it. There'll be 2, 3 that have just been crossed out till they thought that they got it right. But even then, to us, it's spelled pretty weird. So there's some great alternative spelling, shall we say, in some of the Wheelock examples. Then there's a whole lot of Bob was here kind of stuff, people just writing their name, and a lot of these come with doodles. I love the doodles, they're really cool. So there's one that is of a ship, there's another that it's supposed to be a kite, like this really cool regal bird, but it comes out looking more like a goose. It's really sad. There's another one, the caption says that this is supposed to be a boar and a stag, like some kind of deer. I don't know how they got to that one. I do not know what it is. Very strange. Also a little bit sad. But there's a really good one of a bunch of gladiators. So gladiators are super common for graffiti. People just excited for the next game, or cheering on their favorite, or hating on their least favorite, right? So it just goes to show people have been obsessed with sports for forever. There's also some great advertisements, so why pay for a billboard when you can just scroll your message across a public building, right? So we have Lucius, who apparently was a painter, and he wrote Pinxit, he paints, check him out if you need a painter. And Cornelius Fauventius was a barber or a tonsure, so we still know who those guys are. That is some good advertising. And then to get into the saucier stuff, there's some great insults. So Wheelock lists this one where it says Perari for S, basically Peraris, you're a thief. So calling somebody out. And then my personal favorite translates something along the lines of he who reads this is effed up the ass. So basically the idea is made you look, right? If you're reading this, haha, I gotcha. So it just goes to show that trolling also has been around for forever. And finally, of course, there is graffiti about people either wanting to get laid or boasting that they did get laid. The first one is actually kind of sad. So there's this guy who wrote this really long poem to his crush, and first of all, it's a little too long, and second of all, it's written in dactylic meter, which is the meter that you use when you're writing epic poetry, right? When you're writing the Iliad or the Odyssey. It's not the meter that you use when you're writing love poetry, when you want to say, oh, I like this girl and she doesn't like me back yet. Totally different and weird and just melodramatic. Like, come on, dude, what's your deal? It's kind of sad, the poor kid. Then there is some more explicit stuff. So there's good luck to the guy who effed well. There is they ate lunch here and got laid. There is here I effed many women. And finally, the guy who lives here is a lucky guy, and it is accompanied by a lovely picture of a phallus. So some great stuff there. Thank you so much for checking out this video on ancient graffiti. It's such a fun topic, but at the same time weird, reading all these things that people wrote right before they were blown up by a giant volcano. But anyway, I hope you had as much fun as I did. Thank you so much to subscribers and to patrons. I hope to see you all next week. Karate.